is closed, no more cabaret shows. Every theater nerd is home thinking this really blows. But the Metzger-Timsons have the answer for you. Trivia with a star or two. They've got multiple choice and name that voice. When the guest stars sing, everyone will rejoice. So grab a drink, turn your brain on and think. It's MT Trivia with the MTs.
Hello! Happy Monday, y'all! We're back! Did
back.
You miss us?
I know you did. We took a week off. We're feeling so well rested. It's
oh my
gonna
gosh.
blow up. We're here, we're fully vaccinated, and we're ready to work.
And what a week it has been. What 2 weeks it has been. What's new with you? I haven't seen you in so long.
I know, it's been a minute. You guys, if it's your first time joining us, we're the MTs. I'm Chris MT.
I'm Kevin MT.
And this is MT Trivia. We're here every Monday night on Broadway-Talk Live at 9 o'clock. And if you are in the audience, please give us a shout out in the comments because we don't know if you're here unless you comment.
So say hi.
So
hello.
Say hey. Hello.
Hey.
And also, if you are here for our last episode, 2 weeks ago, we had Nicholas Edwards and Nasia Thomas on, who are the stars of Out of the Box Theatricals The Last 5 Years, which premieres tonight on it's live streaming, and you can get your tickets at the link below. So if you loved last week's episode, even if you missed it, go back and watch it, honeys. And also check out The Last 5 Years. We have our tickets. We cannot wait to watch it as soon as this episode is over.
Yes. And as always, we are raising money for a charity this evening. So if you were at 54 Below or at the Green Room 42 here in New York City and you had to spend a 2 week minimum, a 2 week minimum.
It's a short show.
Yes. Or, if you were at a drag show and you wanted to tip a drag queen, instead throw that money over to us via Venmo at MT-Trivia, because tonight 100% of the cash tips we receive are going to be donated to Hate is a Virus to fight against the
injustices and the all of the racial hate crimes that are going on against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders in this country right now. There's been a huge uptick this year, and it's a really devastating thing. And so we are hoping to fight that along with Hate is a Virus for their community, like unity in community action fund. And their goal is to raise $1 million, and they've already raised $100,000. So please help them reach that goal. We're getting there slowly but surely. And we know that we can fight all of this together.
Tonight is couples night here at the Broadway-Talk Live MT Trivia. We love having another couple on board.
We love a little couples therapy.
This
here
Broadway
on
couple
Trivia.
has, I think, 11 Broadway shows between the two of them. I mean,
you guys,
something ridiculous.
These two never stop working. It is truly unbelievable. Our first guest and I went to college together. I saw him in a star turn in the pajama game on the Patricia Corbett main stage at the University of Cincinnati. He's a true star. And most recently, I was privileged to see him play the role of Javert in the national tour of Les Mis. But he has been on Broadway in literally a billion shows. She Loves Me, Sunset Boulevard, Bullets Over Broadway, Big Fish, The Play That Goes Wrong. He's an actor too, you guys. He does straight plays.
We love it. Kiss Me Kate too, playing opposite Kelly O'Hara. Let us not forget.
He's literally done it all. It's the one and only Preston Truman Boyd.
And before she made a miraculous and amazing transition to television and Netflix, She's Gotta Have It, Madam C.J. Walker, and NBC's Manifest, she was seen on Broadway in Evita, Memphis, Motown, and American Psycho. It is the one and only Miss Sydney Morton, or as I like to refer to them together as the Mortons.
I need a man who'll take a chance on a love that burns hot enough to last. But when the night falls, he could keep on playing by his worn out rules, bowing down our heads and sing along. We could make our living with the rich man's help, and win everywhere he says go. Or we could go to the sky.
lost in the darkness, a fugitive running, fallen from God, fallen from grace. God be my witness, I never shall yield till we come face to face, till we come face to face. Even without you, my arms fold about you. You know, darling, why so in love with you am I. It's been grand, let me say, and let me say au revoir, not goodbye.
Yeah.
Yes! The Mortons in the house! Welcome, you two. Thanks for being here.
Having us. That was such a fun trip down memory lane.
I was like, who are those people wearing, pants with zippers?
And singing in public without face shields or masks.
I know, spitting all over.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
what I would give to sit in the front row and just let you both spit on me as you belt.
Yes.
As I enter, I would just gleek like 10 times. Just like,
That's a good word, gleek.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love it. Where are you two coming from us? Are you on this coast or are you on another coast? Where are you? Because you're coastal these days.
We are in New York City, yeah. So
Yes.
it's late. It's not early, right?
Listen, if we were doing a Broadway show, I mean, it's a Monday, but if you were doing a Broadway show, you'd just be wrapping up Act 1 right about now.
I know. We'd be getting ready to buy expensive drinks at intermission. You know what I mean?
We are screwed when we get back to that schedule, because now we're just like, we get up at like 7.
Oh,
It's very weird. It's very weird.
You're normal people now.
I know. When
show people.
When Broadway comes back, we're gonna have to shift curtain times to like 6 p.m. because we're all used to going to bed by 10 o'clock.
Absolutely.
Like, what are we gonna do? You guys, thanks so much for being here. I am so thrilled to have you. We've been working on getting you here for, it feels like ever, but
you're very busy. They're in high demand, you guys. They're
demand.
filming all of the TV shows. We've got lots of meetings. It's
well,
very
you
exciting
two were
stuff.
also like perfectly kind of like, I mean, I say perfectly and then not so perfectly, but right as everything was shutting down, you both were involved with some high profile things. Preston, you obviously were Javert in the national tour of Les Miserables. And and Sydney, you were in Chicago in the pre-Broadway out-of-town production of not Sweet Smell of My Success, as I always refer to it, but The Secret of My Success, playing the leading role of Christy opposite, I believe, another CCM alum, Preston, Billy Ty, right?
Yes. Oh my gosh, all in the fam.
So I hope for both your sakes that, when things open back up, both projects continue, because listen, I've seen clips of both you do both roles, and I just have to say,
listen, I saw Preston as Javert. It was breathtaking. The mutton chops were on point. Everything was good.
I told him, I was like, you need to bring that wig home. Lean, scary, greasy. I was into it.
I love it. And Sydney, you're a Cincinnati girl, right? Aren't you? You're from Cincinnati?
Yes, born and raised.
Oh my gosh. I love it. And then she famously abandoned us and went to the University of Michigan. So we've got a little CCM UMich competition here tonight.
We love to see it.
We love it. So we are going to be having a great time seeing these two against each other, but working together, right? It's all in the family here at MG Trivia, but it's also a fierce competition. So.
And before we begin, we're going to give a shout out to Dee Marie, whose 16th birthday is today. Happy birthday, Dee Marie!
Happy birthday!
And she's from Cincinnati, so happy birthday to her.
Oh my gosh! Welcome,
Dee Marie. My birthday was just on Friday. We're Pisces sisters.
Yes.
Happy birthday,
Pisces season. All right. So without further ado, I think we should dive right in.
I mean, we might as well. We have a lot to get through tonight.
And we should introduce our first round, which we like to call a simple choice.
A simple choice. nothing more. This or that, either or.
So as you may have guessed, this is the multiple choice portion of the evening. And so we are going to be giving you some multiple choice questions. And just so you guys know at home, if you know the answer, we encourage you to play along, throw your answer in the comments. You are on a little bit of a delay, so if we don't see them right away, we will. So just hang in there. And you can help these guys out if they don't know the answer.
We like to theme every trivia game around our guests. And Preston, you famously appeared as Artie Green in the Broadway revival of Sunset Boulevard. And Sydney, you were in the Broadway revival of Evita. And what's the common theme there? Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber! And so tonight...
A good start.
That was not a question.
Sydney's like, Glenn Close?
Oh my God, Glenn Close is Evita. Can you imagine?
I can't.
Oh!
Amazing.
Patty is literally rolling in her soon-to-be grave.
Too soon.
Da.
No, of course, our multiple choice round tonight is Andrew Lloyd
Webber.
Webber.
All right, so we're going to just dive right in here. In interviews following the success of the Jesus Christ Superstar concept album, Andrew Lloyd Webber told reporters that he and Tim Rice planned to stay together and be recognized as a team, just like Rodgers and Hammerstein, Rodgers and Hart, Lerner and Lowe, Kander and Ebb, or George and Ira Gershwin.
Wow.
That also reminds me of just like Laurel and Hardy, like Coca and Bacardi. Which, of course, is famously from Young Frankenstein, which starred Preston Truman Boyd on the national tour as the monster.
It
See,
did.
I can bring everything back to one of the two of you.
I also saw that.
When you have 11
I'm
Broadway
Preston's
credits
biggest fan,
and
you
a
guys.
billion national tour credits under your belt, every Broadway show comes back to the two of you.
That's true. They all come together.
Yes. So this is Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice, they had just finished the success of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, and then they released Jesus Christ Superstar. So they were a new writing duo, and then they were doing all these interviews, and Andrew Lloyd Webber would always answer that they plan to stick together just like blank. What do we think, you guys?
I'm gonna say,
Oh, go for it.
well, because Roger started out with Heart, so I don't feel like it's A and B. I feel like it would be like,
That's good logic. I was going to think the same because.
well, stop listening.
Fine.
Right? I think it's C. I'm going with C.
You're going with C? All right, Preston, what do you think?
Well, I was going to go with D, but I think because they were all like Kander and Ebb would have been closer
Like
to contemporaries of them.
I don't know why I'm helping.
True.
No, but that's what I'm going to say just because of their witty lyrics and fun tunes, I'm going with George and Ira Gershwin.
All right. Well, unfortunately for both of you, I'm going to have to say. The answer is, in fact, Rodgers and Hart. And interestingly enough, this is why he says Rodgers and Hart, because the difference between the two Richard Rodgers writing duos is that. Okay, I want to make sure I get this right.
Hammerstein wrote the lyrics first. And
Richard
Rodgers wrote the music to the lyrics.
To his lyrics, right? But Andrew Lloyd Webber wanted it the other way around, how Rodgers and Hart worked, which is Richard Rodgers would write a melody and Lawrence Hart would put lyrics to his melody, which is how Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice worked together. And so that's why he compared them to Rodgers and Hart and not Rodgers and Hammerstein.
You know what's so amazing? I'm going to learn something tonight.
I know. I feel
There it is.
We're here to educate.
This is these are the fine-tuned moments of MT trivia. Okay, we're gonna move on to my favorite leading lady. In 1985, Bernadette, yours too? Oh
yeah.
God, I love that. She's my favorite. Okay, my number one. In 1985, Bernadette Peters won her first Tony Award for Andrew Lloyd Webber's Song and Dance. Who replaced Bernadette for the last 4 weeks of the Broadway run? Only the last 4 weeks. She had to go, and somebody replaced her.
She couldn't stay 4 extra weeks? Where was she going off to do? In other words?
I think Sunday, actually. Right? Maybe? My timeline might be off. I should have researched that. But anyways, so in those last 4 weeks, was it Marty Webb, Sarah Brightman, Betty Buckley, Charlotte Dembois, or Laurie Beachman?
These are deep cuts.
These are really deep cuts. I thought it was going to be like, who wrote the lyrics to?
Yeah.
Okay, so
we love a challenge.
Sarah Brightman.
You guys help us in the comments.
Where you at, birthday girl?
Dee Marie, didn't you learn this? your camp recently. Okay, I guess I'm gonna say I feel like the era. Maybe it was me.
Sarah Brightman?
No, okay, it's not.
I mean, famously, Andrew Lloyd Webber's wife.
Listen, this is
for
only
long
a
time.
few years before Sarah Brightman would famously star as Christine Daae in the original company, both in London and Broadway, of The Phantom of the Opera.
But
It's
wouldn't
true.
she be so young? She'd be so young then.
But,
Do we know who Marty Webb is?
I
No.
don't. Who's
Marty
Marty
Webb
Webb?
originated the role in London.
Of Bernadette Peters in
Of
Song and Dance.
Bernadette Peters in Song and Dance. No,
I'm
what's her name? Emma?
I don't know.
I don't know song and dance at
I
all.
feel
She
like-
played the role in London.
I feel like you're leading me in that direction.
I'm
so-
just giving you the facts, you know?
I have a guess for Laurie Beachman.
Laurie Beachman, the original narrator in Joseph
Yeah,
and the
but
Amazing
Sydney, you don't know the show, but
Technicolor Dreamcoat.
I guarantee you know all of the songs. You know, take me to a zoo that's
got
covered pansies.
Chimpanzees, the zoo.
Journey on a Sunday, please. And also, I have never felt like this.
Oh yeah.
The
For
big
once I'm lost for.
Just
famous
back phrase to hell by Bernadette Peters.
Okay, so you know what? I don't think it's Sarah Brightman. I think it's I'm gonna go with C. Why the hell not?
Okay.
Betty Buckley, Betty Bucks.
And what about you?
I'm going with Charlotte Dambois just for fun.
No.
All right. Well, Preston.
What's his answer?
And Sydney. Yes! The one and only Betty
You know
Buckley.
what? Because I would have recommended those songs to Betty. I want to hear them in her voice, so I was like, sure.
Betty Buckley. Betty Buckley had already starred as Grisabella and Cats at the time, so she was like a you know, a
An
hot
Andrew Lloyd
thing.
Webber
a Andrew Lloyd
diva.
Webber like diva, and but Charlotte Dambois, Preston, was in the dance company of the show,
See, I knew it.
and her brother was in the show as well,
Christopher?
Dambois, and was nominated for a Tony Award for featured actor for Song and Dance.
Really?
Crazy,
See?
I know.
Wow.
And they're the children of that famous ballet dancer, Dembois.
All the
Right.
Dambois, they're just all very
All of
flexible.
the Dambois.
Very flexible.
Dambois, they're related.
Yes. All right, well done. Sydney takes the lead.
The Dembois family will be to dancing as the Morton family will be to singing.
Yes.
To vocals.
Yes, there we are. There we are. All right. We're going to move on to, this hit classic. Andrew Lloyd Webber's adaptation of the Wilkie Collins novel, The Woman in White, had a brief run on Broadway in 2005 and starred Maria Friedman as the title character. Who was the Woman in White?
Maria Friedman, of course, famously from the filmed version of Joseph and the Amazing Technique of the Dream.
Yeah, she's the narrator in that Johnny Osmond movie of Joseph. So fierce. Okay, so was the Woman in White in the play? Was she a ghost, a Victorian governess, a mysterious bride, a girl trapped in an asylum against her will, or Count Fosco's pet mouse?
E sounds too crazy to be true.
I mean, it's the title.
Have you seen Woman in White?
title of the play. I have not seen Woman in White, so this would be a tough one for me.
I haven't either.
How did I not? 2005. I was in college, and I feel like we should have been talking.
We were
about
too
this.
busy with our studies.
Sydney, I was in 2005 in college in New York City, and this one passed me by.
So it's really
Much like
it's
the
okay.
parade, it passed me by.
Yeah. Four people saw it.
So being in Michigan,
I really think
we
it,
forgive
it
you.
played it. I remember it played at the Marriott, right?
The Marriott
And I
Marquis,
think
yeah.
it literally, I mean, it ran just a couple months. It was a
And it was
short-lived
super
moment.
controversial because it was one of the first shows that really utilized an LED projected set.
Right, because it was
And everyone
spooky.
was like outraged. They were like, there's no actual set pieces, it's just projections. And I was like, that's kind of fierce, actually.
Wow, that felt like a bit of a clue.
Did you just say spooky, did you?
It was a little spooky.
Spooky.
I will say it was a little spooky.
I'm going ghost. A.
But, you know, I could be trying to trick you too.
Our audience is really like making you guys do the work here
Yeah,
tonight.
no one's helping you out. You guys in the
They're all
audience.
just they're sitting back enjoying the show. They're like, we don't know.
I know. I'm gonna do D.
You're going D. And,
I would've
and what,
been
is,
better choice.
what is your final answer, Preston?
I'm going A, ghost. I just
Okay. Well, Preston. Oh, no. Lies.
Wrong
I hit the
button.
wrong button. But Sydney.
No take back.
Sydney was right. But to be fair, they think
To be fair, that's
that
a
she's
trick
a ghost.
question.
They think that she's a ghost. Like you're led to believe she's a ghost throughout the play, but it turns out she's actually a human woman who's trapped in the asylum.
We'll give you both the point for that because
Hey, there we go.
Preston, when he asked me, I said ghost,
It's
and he
tricky.
was like, "No, they spend the whole show thinking she's a ghost, and then she's not." Spoiler alert! And I was like, "Well, then,
which is why it's spooky.
So it's both.
it's both." So we'll give you both that point.
Sure, fine. I guess we'll give like maybe a half a point or something.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, look
okay.
at you being stingy with points all of a sudden.
I know I'm very. This is
Seven. I'll
very
take
official.
7.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to another Andrew Lloyd Webber smash success in 1987. Andrew Lloyd Webber's Starlight Express opened on Broadway with all the actors portraying trains and roller skating around John Napier's set of tracks and bridges that ran into the house.
I'm
I mean, I
obsessed.
wish I had seen this.
Oh my God!
It
Could you imagine?
Sounds amazing. I would have been
We
obsessed.
need a revival. We
This
need a
is-
revival.
This is exactly the type of out there thinking Broadway needs to do when we come back.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes.
Like Xanadu, like they were on roller skates, but like why weren't they in the audience? Like I need you skating around me. Like
I
Absolutely.
love Xanadu. That was so much fun.
I know.
Yeah,
So
that
fun. Anything in roller skates, I mean, I can never do it.
Could you also imagine with the technology today, the way you could build the track out into the house and like safely have actors like
Well, they wouldn't actually be on roller skates. They'd be like motorized and it'd be like a whole
that'd be
thing.
so
It'd be like-
fierce.
They'd
Anyway,
be on a like what's it called, a conveyor belt,
yeah.
sitting in skates.
Oh,
Yeah.
The runway, yeah.
So the actors were playing trains, right? Catching you all up. Their actors are trains. They are embodying trains. And which of the following was not a name for one of the trains in Starlight Express? Diesel, Rusty, Electra, Greaseball, or Red Caboose?
Ooh, Greaseball just doesn't sound like a name that anyone would have.
We have a vote for Red Caboose.
Anna came in fast. With
Fast. That was a fast answer from
She
Anna.
came in.
Like,
She
you
came
know
in
the
quick.
show, Anna, and I'm gonna go with E. Final answer. I picked it first.
Well, damn, wah. Okay, I'll do.
That was my joke. He heard
I
me
stole
do
her
it.
joke.
He stole
I'm
it.
gonna go D. Ball.
You're going D Greaseball?
Oh, you guys. The answer is A, Diesel.
Cool.
Yes, the answer is A, Diesel. You guys, but it's okay because that was like a really deep cut, and we're gonna gift you with this next question, which is famously.
Oh, I'm not
Call.
ready.
You're
I'm
not
not
ready.
ready. Keep stalling.
Okay, this next question I think is
I
pretty
forgot.
easy.
I've had a week off. I forgot.
I think if you use context clues, this next one's pretty easy. But here we go. We love to call it the Broadway bonus.
Our
Okay.
Broadway bonuses are famously not multiple choice.
You just have to know. This famous book series provided the inspiration for both Starlight Express and Andrew Lloyd Webber's production company, Really Useful Group. What do you think? It's a I will add a famous children's book series.
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yes!
Yes.
Yes!
Nailed it.
Oh my
Sydney.
gosh.
What's the trains? One of the trains gets called Really Useful.
James the Train gets
Oh
called.
yes.
They call him a really useful engine, which is why Andrew Lloyd Webber named the group Really Useful Group, or RUG.
Rug.
As we call it in the industry. They
Oh.
have been producing his work ever since the first show. It was like right around Song and Dance time, actually, is when he
Wow.
created that. So it's
I
been a
just
long
said
time.
the only book I knew with a train.
Let's
And
find
you
some
know what?
context clues.
Nailed it. Nailed it. All right, we got one last multiple choice for you this round, and then we'll see where we're standing. But y'all are nailing this. Here we go.
All right. This
Preston,
is a show.
this might sound familiar to you.
But we're going to talk about the original production. When Sunset Boulevard won the Tony Award for Best Musical in 1995. It was only up against one other musical that year, Smokey Joe's Cafe. Sunset's leading lady, Glenn Close, took home the Best Leading Actress Tony Award and was similarly only nominated against one other actress this year. Who was it? Was it Brenda Braxton, Rebecca Luker, Judy Kuhn, Dee Hoty, or Sarah Jessica Parker?
A.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
She's going strong with Brenda Braxton.
You brought up Smokey Joe's, so
That hurt my ear, by the way.
wasn't she in Smokey Joe's?
She was.
Brenda Braxton was in Smokey Joe's for sure.
Well, okay.
She had the boa, the really long boa that she dragged on stage.
Was that for leading lady?
Yeah.
Well, then I have to pick a wrong answer, I guess.
I mean, you can agree.
Okay, I'm going to agree. I'm going to say A, Brenda Braxton.
You guys, Brenda Braxton was nominated for Best Featured Actress that year, opposite against multiple co-stars of hers, BJ Crosby and Dilly Lively. They were all nominated for Featured Actress. But the woman who was nominated for Leading Actress that year was the one and only Rebecca Luker for the 1995 revival of Showboat, where she, the Susan Stroman Showboat, where she played Magnolia.
Did you just see that Danny Burstein donated the Tony nomination?
No.
Rebecca Luker's alma mater, which I'm not going to remember.
Alabama. Montevallo.
Oh, University of Montevallo is
in
renaming
Alabama.
their Performing Arts Center.
Yes.
The Rebecca Luker, either stage or Performing Arts Center. And Danny Burstein, her late husband, or excuse me, her widowed husband, is donating the Tony nomination certificate that's been framed to the university, and so it's going to be put for Showboat, that specific one, and it's going to be put on display in the lobby of the theater. Isn't that amazing?
Oh my god!
That's so
He had this really sweet post about how like it's painful for him to part with it, of course, but it's what she would want, and it was beautiful.
Yeah, it's her
so
legacy.
if you're
That's
ever in
amazing.
Alabama, go check out the University of Montevallo's main stage and check out Rebecca Luker's certificate of Tony nomination for Showboat.
Oh my gosh.
so cool.
It's so wild. We were just
Super
talking
cool.
about this. I turned to Kevin and like when we were talking about this question, I was like, 1995, like why was there was no theater? Like even the revival category only had 2 shows. It was Showboat and the How to Succeed revival with Matthew Broderick. And I was like, what was going on? And we realized it was the end of the AIDS epidemic. Like there was just like there was a couple years in the mid 90s where there was just like not a lot of theater was really being made because so many, people in our industry lost their lives so tragically. And it's just, such a crazy time, but
What a time.
Yeah.
What a time.
oh gosh. Anyway, sorry to bring it down for a moment, but
But you know what it makes me think is how resilient Broadway is, which
yes,
is a nice thing to hear in this current time.
Yes.
We've come back
exactly.
from a lot. 9/11. So yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. And so here we are, we're getting ready to reopen Broadway this year. And like, it's just going to come back, bigger and better than ever. It's just,
We will be back.
yeah, we gotta get there one step at a time, right?
One step at a time. When you calculate totals, while I
Yes.
remind everyone that we are raising money tonight for Hate is a Virus. And if they would like to Venmo us at MT-Trivia, 100% of those donations will go towards this amazing foundation that is working to fight against hate crimes and racism against Asian American and Pacific Islander Americans.
So you can Venmo us at MT-Trivia and we'll donate the money for you.
How are we looking on those scores?
I think it's very clear that Miss Sydney Morton is in the lead.
Woo!
honey.
The matriarch takes the lead.
Preston, you are going to have to step it up in this next round. All right? But
Okay.
I believe in you.
Okay, I'm going to
I
try.
believe in you.
What do I have? 0.7 or something like that?
You've got 0.7 and she's got like 4. Okay. but-
okay, he has more shows than I do. So
Listen, there are
It evens
there are
out.
2 more rounds coming your way, so it is anybody's game. And our next round, we love to call Name That Diva.
It's hard to be the diva. It's hard to be divine. To live the life of fever with your guts on the line. It's hard to be the diva. The stories I could tell. My life may seem like heaven, baby, boy, is it hell?
we're gonna be
So this-
terrible. We're gonna be terrible at this. We just looked at each other and we're
Speakers.
like, oh, no.
Well, this round is famously our audio round where we are going to play about minute. I think tonight everything landed around 45 seconds, but short clips of a amazing Broadway diva, both male and female.
I don't think we have males tonight.
But I'm saying just in general,
In general.
divas can be male
Yes,
too.
of course.
Or,
Or
non-binary
non-binary,
or
whatever it is.
whatever you are,
Yes.
identify as. But all you have to do is tell us who is singing. And
That's it.
tonight, we are playing in honor of Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber
And Mr. Preston.
and
Truman
Mr.
Boyd.
Preston Truman Boyd.
Name that Norma Desmond.
So these are all, we will tell you and the audience, these are all established Broadway performers. These are all names that you would know and recognize.
But they haven't necessarily played Norma Desmond. They've just sung the song, right?
Yes.
Like it doesn't have to be someone who did it on Broadway, etc.
But at some point, they
It could be.
sang this and it ended up on YouTube.
Yes.
And so,
And so here we are to bring those YouTube clips to you.
here
And just a little logistic thing about how this works. I'm the logistics guy. Because of the delay, we want to let everyone at home play along. So Preston and Sydney, when you know the answer, put your hand up, say, I know it. And at the end of the clip, we will go to whoever raises their hand first to get the win. Right. And that means if you're at home and you know it, as soon as you think you know it, start
Throw
typing it
your
into
answers.
the comments so
Come
you can
on,
help them out.
Deidre.
All right.
Come on.
We're counting on you.
You know
So
what?
here-
This is where we're gonna insult some of our friends.
No,
Have
no,
it.
we're gonna do this.
No, I believe in you.
Okay.
I think this is a pretty easy week. Let's see what you guys think. Here we
Alexa
go.
Green is in the house.
Alexa,
She is-
Alexa Green.
Alexa will help us in this
Alexa,
one.
I know
Alexa, we need you.
Those fingers, because we have to guess who's singing. Okay.
I don't have
Here,
one.
oh, we're
Oh.
talking about Alexa. Now our Alexa's going
Oh,
on. There you go. Here we go.
Let's
Here
start.
is our first Name That Norma Desmond. Any moment now, it's going to happen.
I don't want to be alone. That's all in the past.
Got it.
This world's waited long enough. I could hold my love. And this time will be bigger and greater than we will. So watch me fly. We all know I can do it. When I stop my hand from shaking, has there ever been a moment with so much to live for?
Oh, God. I love when we pick songs that have acting moments in them.
We
Right.
love it. To live.
Preston, you were very quick on the uptake there.
That's my girl.
Who is it?
That's going close. What? Are you kidding me?
Ah!
What?
I knew that's who you
So
thought it was.
confident.
I knew it. The minute your hand went up, I go,
That
I
sounds
know
like
exactly.
a young Glenn Close. Are you kidding me?
We're not kidding
I'm
you.
not kidding you.
Sydney, you wanna steal that?
No, I raised my hand because I didn't want to be left
Is that-
out. But like,
We'll give you a hint.
Are you guys? This
Her
is an
name has
iconic
come
mo-
up this evening
Is that
already.
Betty
Betty Buckley. Okay.
Yes!
I got it.
I was gonna say this is an iconic Norma Desmond. She replaced Glenn Close in the original production.
That
Or-
vibrato is recognizable.
That sounds like someone who stood backstage and listened to Glenn Close.
I think,
Wow,
and don't
she
quote
took
me on
over the
this,
role.
I actually think it's a higher key than Glenn
Yes,
Close.
is.
I was
And
like,
so I think if you heard them side by side, it would be obviously Betty, but I can understand how like being the first clip without your ear having adjusted.
No. When I was listening, I was
No,
like,
no, no,
I
no.
was like, Glenn sang that high? I've never sang like that. So I really honestly was like, I don't think this is Glenn. There's a lot of vibrato. There's a lot of spin right now.
A lot of
And-
spam.
She's campaigning for another point right now.
No, I'm just saying
That Betty Buckley spin right there.
that is Betty
Oh.
Buckley. Okay.
So
Preston,
good.
before we move any further, talking about Glenn Close, I have to tell the story. Preston, when we saw you in the revival, which you were brilliant and amazing in, and that whole revival was just spectacular.
Oh, it was stunning.
I have to admit that I am not somebody that gets emotional at Broadway shows.
I'm
I'm
the one who I cry like a drop.
I'm
of
not
out.
an
It's
emotional
over.
person. I don't really cry. And we got tickets and we were sitting in the back of the orchestra. And
Of the
I think it was a
palace. So like we were
matinee.
like,
And
Yeah.
Glenn, but we saw the show and it was, and I love Sunset Boulevard. And when Glenn Close sat in that director's chair before this song and turned and the spotlight hit her, I burst into tears in a way that I've never cried in my life and continued sobbing through the rest of the song. And
like people were looking at us. Like they're like, "Is he okay?" Like I'm like, "He's
I
gonna
was
be all
not
right."
okay.
Like,
that moment, Glenn, in that moment,
Yeah.
It was pure magic.
And
every
to
night.
know and to be like, wow, I'm getting this rare opportunity to see her do this role that she did before. Like, it's just it all felt so special to be in the theater in that moment.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, the amazing thing about the staging too is there were so many moments where it was like everybody stop, don't move, and just look at her, and it was like the best direction that we could have been. It was just like, I mean, because we were all so captivated by her, and like that moment with the spotlight, like you said, it was just like everything was so catered to putting the focus on Glenn, and it was just so beautiful. And it was like
God,
that
it was
whole show.
stunning.
That whole
my
cast. That was Lonnie Price, right?
God. Yeah.
Lonnie Price, yeah.
That whole cast was
Just
all right.
Perfect.
I
All
can
right.
go on and on. Here's our next. I was gonna say, here's our next Glenn Close. Here's our next Norma Desmond.
Glenn Close, got it.
Glenn Close.
Yeah.
I don't want to be alone. It's all in the past. This world waited long enough. I've got love at last. And this time will be bigger. So watch me fly, you're I can do it. Could I stop my hand from shaking? Has there ever been a moment? So much.
Is that Glenn? I think everyone is Glenn.
Who's that?
I'm not.
I think it's Glenn again.
No,
I
he
don't.
does.
For that, hold on.
Okay.
Preston, who is it?
No, I was first.
No, you are first.
Sydney.
Alice Ripley.
Yes.
Oh, shit. Well, you worked with her.
That vowel on moment.
Moment. Yeah, it's all about the vowels and that vibrato. It's like
It's so weird. It's like I can only hear one old.
You only hear Glenn always. Doesn't matter what
Yes,
team.
Melanie Gladstone got that. Jordan Seinfeld, the audience was like, yes.
The
Of course,
audience
that's
is here
Alice
for
Ripley
it.
from the North Shore Music Theater production.
Yes.
Which she did in the round.
In the round. Norma Desmond in the round. That's amazing.
Had a real nice pool in that one.
This is so fun. I just love that he's going to keep doing this. He's going to
I'm guessing Glenn for
All
every.
right, our next Glenn Close.
Our next Glenn Close. Here we go. Here's our next one.
Oh my goodness.
I don't want to be alone. That's all in the past. This world's waited long enough. I've come home at last. And this time will be bigger
The acting.
and brighter than we knew it. So watch me fly, although I can do it. Could I stop my hand from shaking? Has there ever been a moment with so much
Says Judy Davis.
I love that we get the belting and the acting in
And
this
the
clip.
acting.
It's the perfect
She
clip.
sings it. I'm obsessed. It's not Judy Davis, but that's a brilliant casting idea. And I don't know if she's ever played it. But if she
Melanie,
hasn't,
would you like a job?
Judy Davis, Melly, you have a future in casting because Judy Davis would be a brilliant Norma Desmond. Sydney, I saw your hand go up. Any ideas?
I might lose my musical theater card for this, but is it Julie Andrews?
No.
Oh,
No,
that's interesting, though,
but it's
that you
an
would say
interesting
that.
Choice.
Oh, well, in her older age, one of my favorite Julie Andrews moments. And this is a very funny Michigan moment, actually. But I had to sing in my junior year. I had to sing "Every Day a Little Death," which is just hilarious. Okay,
When you're like at 17 or no, like 21 or whatever.
that's not the punchline, but the punchline is that I we each got a private coaching with Cynthia, one of our amazing professors there. And she played me Julie Andrews singing that on like one of Julie's like later albums. And it was like, every day a little day. And I was like, so what am I? Do I do that? Like
Am I British?
Am I British and 70? Like, but I'll never forget it. And that just kind of sounded like that. But
it's not Glenn, Ben Rappaport. It's not Bet, and it's not Judy Davis, and it's not Julie Andrews.
A Tony Award winner.
And she has played the role. I'll say that. We'll give you a little bit more of it. Here we go.
I don't want to be alone. That's all in the past. This world's waited long enough. I've come home.
I love this acting choice coming up.
This time will be bigger.
The spoken line?
And brighter than we knew it.
yes.
So watch me fly.
I'm dead.
So the first time I heard it, I guessed Shirley Bassey, which I think is a pretty good guess, but it was not Shirley Bassey.
I think
It sounds British. It sounds British.
Is it a Donna?
That's why.
I don't know if she's British. I don't think she's British.
I don't know. I don't
It's
think
not
so.
Madonna.
Giving Brit. She's giving Brit.
You know what? This is okay. I'll get here we go. We'll reveal. This is Diane Carroll
Oh.
from the Canadian company. So I wonder if the Canadian of it all.
Yeah,
No,
maybe
it's
she's
just
Canadian too. I don't know.
She's just royalty. She was royalty. She's saying like
She's not British though, right?
No, not at all.
No.
But maybe it was just that like continental way of speaking.
Yeah,
that, you know,
It's that
Old
it's her
Hollywood.
upbringing,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Um,
I'm sure she doesn't talk like in real life, but I'm sure that like she
Acting.
tapped into for this role because Norma Desmond would have that cadence and that.
You'd hit those T's.
Yes,
and the tall.
exactly.
We were just watching a movie. It's terrible. We were just watching a movie called The Doll. What was it like? It was like a killer doll movie from like the 30s. And our favorite game to play the whole time was British or just continental. Because they all were just doing way too much.
Yeah,
Yes.
the old Svengoolies.
It's on the like
Yeah.
old people channel.
A lot of-
Sven
Oh my
Gulli.
God.
You want to watch
Yes.
terrible movies? Watch that.
That's it. All right.
All right, we'll check it out. I love those old movies.
So I'll
British
take,
or
like, I'll take
continental?
0.2 on that one then, I guess.
All right,
Yeah, we'll
sure.
give
Why
you-
not?
We'll give you
Yeah.
points. Sure, why not?
Sure, great.
We're just giving away points.
You get a point.
Whatever.
You get a point.
It's a pandemic.
No, Oprah of points. All
All
right,
right,
here
we got
go.
two more for you. Here's our penultimate clue.
Here we go.
Oh, it's coming. This technology these days. So slow.
Better? Sure.
The lyric.
So watch me ride, we all know I can do it. Stop my hand from shaking. Has there ever been a moment
Wow.
with so much
Jazzy.
to live?
Who is this? Oh, when I
You know the voice. You know
the
it.
voice.
You know it. I think
I'm gonna be like,
when
oh,
she flips to the soprano, I think it
she's
gives it
not
away too.
yet played Norma Desmond. This is from a concert, obviously
Yes.
just the piano.
So she's young.
She's giving you that straight tone moment, so you know it's like more of a contemporary voice, right?
yeah.
Which we love. Let's just play it one more time because I know you know this voice.
I don't want to be alone. That's all in the past.
Lin-Manuel Miranda's a huge fan.
World's waited long enough. Said this time will be bigger and better than we knew. So watch me ride.
Not,
We all know
it's not
I
Olivo,
can do
but you're close.
Close.
Is it?
It's the other one.
Has there ever been a moment
Well, shit, I'm not gonna.
with so
I'm terrible. I don't know.
The other one. It's the other one.
Come on in the comments. You all know it. We know you know it.
It's the
other thing, Oliva.
Manny Gonzalez.
Oh my god.
Randy Gonzalez of In the Heights fame.
I was like, it's the other one.
Angelica and Hamilton at
But
Alphaba.
talk about like a future Norma Desmond in the making.
Totally. Our comments aren't loading, so I'm not seeing.
No. We'll be better about throwing them on the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, we got one more for you, and what we're obsessed about with this clip is this clip uses different lyrics. It uses the Barbra Streisand version that Barbara.
You know how Barbara just likes to rewrite the lyrics to all the Broadway songs just like for her albums?
Well,
like,
famously, part of the whole Patti LuPone drama is that Barbra Streisand released the single of this song before Patti could release the cast album, and that was all part of all the drama. But Barbara later on rewrote lyrics. I don't know why. Somebody in the comments tell us why. But this version uses those new lyrics. You'll hear it's the same cut but different lyrics. Here we go, and it's not Barbra Streisand. Here we go.
Spoiler.
Thank you.
And not Glenn Close.
I've been in the wings too long. All that's in the past. Now I'm standing center stage. I've come home at last. This time will be bigger. Than we knew it. So watch me fly. You know I'll try to win. Cause I can't replace the feelings of the magic in the music. Yes, everything's as if we never said goodbye.
Oh, a future Norma, if I've ever heard one.
She's never done it.
She hasn't done it yet, but she's close.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait.
This is. We'll give you a hint. She's
British.
a British
Open
star,
Yes.
but she's been on Broadway many times. But she's also a star of the West End.
What?
she's
Judi Dench.
Dame Judi Dench. Close. Judi Dench, the original Grisabella.
yes. For the
Truly.
ankle incident.
Yes, exactly. This is, and we have featured this.
We
woman
feature her as
many times.
often as we can.
You
on
know,
this show.
we are a household stands of the one and only Ruthie Henshaw.
Oh, Ruthie Henshaw.
From the West End, yes, and now we say, you know, she is an icon. The Fontaine from the 20th anniversary,
That's right.
Liz concert, and star of literally everything.
Oh my God.
So
Fontaine in the 10th anniversary.
10th. Yeah, 10th. Excuse me, 10th anniversary.
Oh, her
that
dream
concert
to dream.
that we all watched with like double VHSs in like the early 2000s, right? And then she has starred on Broadway and Putting It Together in
she
Chicago.
was a Polly and Crazy for You.
The original Polly in London.
Putting It Together.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Star.
Ruthie Henshaw.
I saw her when I was in high school. I was in London and I saw Chicago and I was in the second row and she threw a rose into the audience and I caught it.
Which role was she playing?
Ruthie Henshaw. She was playing Roxy, I guess.
Okay,
Well,
yeah, she was the original Roxy.
Correct me if I'm wrong. She's
Yes.
one of only 2 women who have played
Played
all
both.
3 roles.
All three.
All 3.
Oh.
And Mama Morton.
Her
Wow.
and Broadway Botus. Who's the other one?
Oh, I don't know.
Who's
Brenda
the other one?
Brenda Braxton.
Brenda
Brenda
Braxton.
Braxton.
Phoebe Newirth.
Phoebe Newirth.
But Brenda Braxton is a Velma for sure. But yes, Phoebe Newirth has also played all 3 roles.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
Her and Putting It Together is.
Oh yeah, if you can go watch the Putting It Together after this is over, go to Broadway On Demand and watch the Putting It Together with Carol Burnett and Ruthie Henshaw. You won't regret it.
And because
That's
we're
it.
full of trivia here, who did the Ruthie Henshaw role in the LA production of Putting It Together? But Broadway's own Susan Egan.
Oh,
Oh.
there you go. The
There you
more
go.
you know.
More you know. All right.
You guys, that was amazing. Every answer was Glenn Close. And
I could listen to that song all night long.
listen, I think Sydney might still be in the lead, but you've got a chance to catch up here, Preston. And this is where you can really make it count. Our final round is called Sing Out, Louise.
Sing out, Louise! Sing for me, my meadowlark. Sing for me,
I don't know any songs. This is Alexa's gonna crack up because we do gigs together, and she'll be like, "How do you not know this song?" And I'll be like, "I just don't. I'm sorry.
I just don't know."
Well, this is famously the round where we all get to kick back and we put our guests to the test while we say to them, "Here's a song.
Do you know it?
Do you know it?"
So, what we've done is before this show began, we sent some secret audio files to our guests. They have not listened to them, and they are going to pull those up live for you. And they're going to get a little bit of vocal. And when that vocal cuts out, they have to finish the clip. It's just that simple. And like we told you before the show, we encourage alternate lyrics, scatting, riffing, whatever you have to do to get through. And I will say that since you are together in the same room, you could also steal.
Ooh, we love a steal moment.
My points back.
There could be some stealing going on here. So this is like a feature we don't always get when our guests are in separate places, but here we go. This could be exciting. I'm very excited.
So here we go. We have 3 mini rounds coming to you in this round. And of course, once again, we're trying to help you out here, and they're all going to be themed around you. So our first mini round is Songs from Your Past. Ooh. So who volunteers to go first?
You go first.
I'll go first.
All right.
So you want to make sure you pull up number 1.
Okay,
Make sure it's the one labeled number 1. It may not be in order. Here's a song from your past, Preston. Here we go.
Here we go, everyone. You ready? Here we go.
It's coming.
And there once was a man who loved a woman. She was one that gave his kingdom for.
We don't let nobody ever learn as much as he, but me. I love you more. My love here is on it. It is on it. It is high out on wheels. It's in Texas. It's bigger than Texas. And I'll show you how it feels. Yeah, there once was a man who loved a woman. She was the one he threw a dragon for. They told him nobody ever loved as much as he. But me, I love you more.
Yay!
Hey!
I haven't heard that song in
That was really
15
good.
years.
You famously played that role at the Cincinnati Conservatory of Music opposite
The one and only
Stephanie Gibson.
Stephanie Gibson.
former guest of the show, Stephanie Gibson.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Another.
And I recall it was my job to, there were confetti cannons that went off at the end of the show. And this is really rich. So I was a freshman when Preston was like starring in the show, like as an upperclassman. And so the confetti cannons would go off and we were in tech and they were like, okay, now go sweep the confetti up backstage, like, you know, because we have to try it again. And Preston and Stephanie, who have spoken like 2 words to in my life, because it's like first semester freshman year, and they're standing there and they're like, you know, talking whatever, and I'm like, excuse me, Preston, could you lift up your foot? There's some confetti here. I just need to like sweep it into my little dustbin.
Celebrities.
It was such a gag. I mean, I was the stagehand star. Let's be real.
Yeah.
You were well rounded at
Yeah,
TCM.
those
That
freshman year, I did laundry for a chorus line my freshman year.
You guys,
There it
my
is.
freshman year, I did tickets. Because what you do is all you have to do is do before the show and then you're done. Why do box office?
Oh, we should have.
That's
known.
what you do for your freshman crew. Anyone out there that is in a high school, do box office for your freshman crew. Because all you have to do is take everyone's tickets and deal with it, and then you are good to go.
Yeah,
No, it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
that's the move for sure.
Those sweaty leotards haunt me.
Honey, Oh my gosh.
I love
Well,
it.
Preston, you get a point for that one. Well done.
For sure. All right, Sydney.
That was good.
Sydney, let's pull up your number 1.
Oh my God, our dogs they're playing. I'm going to throw them some treats. Please hold.
Okay.
While you're pulling that up, I'm throwing the dogs. Hey, boys, there you go.
You're even there. I don't know if you would listen to a gypsy's prayer. Yes, I know I'm just an outcast. I shouldn't speak to you. Still I see your face and wonder, were you once an outcast too? One of my favorite songs. God help the outcast, hungry from birth. Show them the mercy they don't find on earth. Nice. God help my people, they look to you still. God help the outcast when nobody.
I'm so dead over that harmony moment.
You both get a
Are
point.
you kidding me?
You both get a point for that. That's amazing.
You guys, I'm fighting for points. So
I'm gagged. That was a lullaby.
I'm kidding.
That was beautiful, and that is obviously from The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
It was.
What
Sydney,
a gorge
you
role
did that
for you,
role
Miss
at
Morton.
Ogunquit?
I did.
You
Yeah.
guys crushed it. It was amazing.
Also,
It was a dream role.
isn't Ogunquit like the best place to work ever?
That is first of all, I want to just say that my first lunch break, so we rehearsed in New York for 10 days and then we moved out there. And my first lunch break, I went and ate a whole lobster outside.
Yes, amen.
I would get lobster delivered. I was just like, I was sweating lobster on
Favorite.
Yes, you got to live it up.
When Chris came to visit me at Ogunquit for like 2 days, 3 nights, every single meal
I
we
made a
had,
joke.
he had lobster.
I made a
at
joke. I was
breakfast,
like,
lunch, and dinner.
I'm here for 3 days. I was like, I'm going to have lobster for every meal. I kind of said it flippantly, and then I did.
If you've never been to Ogunquit, Maine, go immediately. It's the best little vacation town right on the coast in Maine. There's a beautiful
Okay.
playhouse that puts on Broadway caliber shows with Broadway caliber performers. Actually, not even
Actually,
Broadway
Broadway
performers.
yes.
And it's amazing.
It's amazing. And you can go antiquing. They're the kindest people there. It's my
We have
favorite.
great beaches in the summer, and it's beautiful in the fall. It's just
Yeah.
They
it's
got
stunning.
piano bars. They got
Yeah.
everything you want.
So-
And this is now, we are not sponsored by Ogunquit's.
But if you'd like to
Board of
sponsor
Tourism,
us,
but-
we're here.
All right, you guys both nailed that round. So now we're gonna challenge you a little bit.
Okay.
How long have you guys been together?
13 years.
Wow. And how long have you been married?
Wait, what?
2017.
Yeah, so what is that?
September, so almost 4 years.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
yeah, we're about the same. Okay.
Amazing.
So-
So you've seen each other in a lot of performances. You've been there through the ins and outs of it all. So let's see how well you've been paying attention as you sing a song from each other's career.
Oh boy.
You guys.
Here we go, Preston.
Here we go, Preston.
Here we
What's it
go.
gonna be?
I don't expect my
I know it's from Evita. Rachel Potter.
So what happens now?
So what happens now? What happens now? You can still.
Where am I going?
I love how Sydney's like, I'm not helping you.
Where am I going to? Where am I going
It's
to?
over.
Hang on, let me keep going.
More fun to hear.
Wow. Wow.
I thought I was going to steal, and I feel like that was way more fun.
That was
Yeah. That was
That was something.
there were choices that were made. And
in and out.
That was the Mr. song from Evita,
Yeah.
in case you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
It's all right. We have one more song coming your way, Preston. I know you're going to get it.
I'm surprised you don't even know the male backups. Did they never do that at CCM while you were there?
Another suitcase and another.
That's so true.
Oh yeah, right. another suitcase.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Give
very
us a-
hushed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
someone probably did in showcase, and you were like posed, and you're like another suitcase.
Just like
Right.
standing in the most beautiful lighting on Broadway
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
And as we all call them in the catacombs.
The catacomb.
That's
Right.
how they
Yes.
don't say the catacombs in London. They say the catacombs.
Oh, okay. The
Okay, it's a
catacombs.
British production, so
Take
you
the
know.
Right.
catacombs
Yeah.
and go back to
Yeah.
across the pond.
No,
Well, I think the Brits invented the catacombs, so we have to say it the way they did it.
Yeah.
To be fair.
they technically invented this whole language, but they don't, you know.
That's true.
To be fair.
To be fair. All right. Well, we'll. Okay, we're gonna move on to Sydney's.
Stop!
No,
This is instrumental. You have a moment to regroup.
great.
This I swear by.
Y'all.
Let me just say.
Can you take away points in this game?
First of all, I got to see him play it one time. Okay, I only got to see him play it once.
Oh my!
Also, I told you this.
She was in the show.
I told you this. But wait, let me finish. I told you this. When I used to listen to this all the time, this was the song I skipped because he was the bad guy, and I wanted to listen to the romance, and then I
wanted to
went
go
and
on my own,
saw
yeah.
him, and he was hot, and I was like, oh wait, I like Javert. That's what happened.
Okay,
It's
fair.
true. Preston was very hot as Javert, I will say.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll take a point for that. Thanks.
We
That.
stand a hot Javert.
Oh yes, amen. All right, so that round was maybe a wash, but we have one
wow,
more round
y'all. We got to start rehearsing together. Practice.
left. Okay. But we have another one. This is
our final
this
round.
might go
Here you
better
go.
for you. These are songs from shows that you were both in, but that you didn't sing in the show.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's like, did you have the monitor turned on when you were in your dressing room, or was it off? You know what I mean? That's the question.
Were you sitting there drumming and doing alternate melodies? Or,
Right, exactly. Or were you like reading a book? All right, so
Yeah.
Preston,
Here
Okay.
we'll go.
number
Here we
3.
go. Let's see, number.
This is probably
Number
the
3.
worst that anybody's ever done.
At Warner's. I'm on the I had my name. I'm gonna find the Skino. Sunset Boulevard, Twisted Boulevard. I'm gonna find the skinny. Sunset Boulevard, Twisted Boulevard. And a skinner down now.
Yes.
It's Jazzy.
Yes,
I'll
we'll
give
give
you
it.
the
We'll give you a
point.
point for that.
Just
Preston, you're a nightmare to pick this category for because you spent a career playing every role in every show you've ever done. So I was like, what's the one show where he didn't play 12 roles?
I was like, I don't think I covered anyone there. Yeah.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
when you got that Artie Green track, honey,
That's it. That's
that's
the money.
track.
But for the commitment for Twisted Boulevard, we will give you
We'll
a
give you a
big
point.
5 point for that one. That was it.
Nailed
That
it.
was it.
Oh, I'm
All right,
I'm
Sydney, bring us home.
Bring us
Here
home.
we
This
go.
final one here.
Just watch him dance. For you.
Yes! You both get a point
I'm
for
gonna give you a point
the
for that.
dancing and the
dancing
vocals.
work, the vocals. It was
Listen,
all
that was not the most fair because you only did the encore production, so you were with it for like
for like
2
5
weeks.
seconds.
And
she
I
wasn't paying any attention.
I was walking around trying to look like I was smoking during that. I literally was like blowing. I was like, blow out, but look like you're breathing in.
Worst day ever.
Oh my
Amazing.
gosh, we saw that production. It was so stunning.
Oh! I
Yeah,
love Broadway.
Oh.
that was a really fun one to do. Because I was literally just laughing about my track in that I was basically like an offstage singer who got to saunter around
And fake
and
smoke.
smoke and do fake cocaine on stage.
She
I was
was
just
an
like, this is the best role ever.
Singer they let on stage.
The dream.
Fierce. when the pit singers are unleashed.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
I love it.
Oh my god.
Oh my
well,
gosh.
despite the lack of lyric knowledge, you all still nailed that. Honey, how are we looking on the final tallies?
You guys, the final tally has come in, and you know what? You're both winners, baby.
That's what we came here for.
That is obviously the one and only Carolee Carmelo belting in Mamma Mia, and we like to end every episode of MT Trivia with That Diva.
See, I knew that one.
Yeah.
It was Glenn Close, right?
That's Donna and Mamma Mia. I'm dead. Preston and Sydney Morton, thank you so much for joining us this evening.
We had such a blast.
Their Instagram handles are scrolling along the bottom. Give them a follow. Give them some love. The content is lit.
They've got lots of exciting things in the works, I'm sure.
We will see you both when Broadway and everything returns. In the meantime, you can I don't know, Sydney, you always have some Netflix thing happening. What's going on these days?
I don't have anything right now, but go back and watch Madam C.J. Walker if you haven't. It came out at the right time at the beginning of the pandemic, though, so I feel like everybody watched it.
Yeah, everyone binged it already.
If you haven't binged Madam C.J. Walker, go check it out.
Check that out, and hopefully Preston might be putting those mutton chops back on one day soon.
Let's hope.
Oh, yes. Okay, but we can't say what show he's on, but a beloved TV show that stars a Broadway vet,
Yes.
Tony winning
That.
vet.
Yes.
He's going to be in the series finale of.
All right. So keep an eye out for that Broadway Stars show,
And
you will see Preston.
And one of our other viewers tonight is on that show as well, if you can figure that out.
Woo! Context clues.
Context clues,
Go back
everybody.
and dig through to see where you can
There's
catch
another
them.
clue. The game's not over yet.
Oh my gosh. Thank you both so much
Thank
for
you
being here.
both
This
so
was so
much for
fun.
joining us. Y'all were a blast and a half. We love couples bonanza here on the MT Trivia.
Thanks for
And
having
we'll
us.
see you soon.
Bye.
Thanks, you
Oh,
guys.
you guys, thank you all so
my
much for joining
goodness.
us tonight. What a night. Just a reminder, if you had fun tonight and you want to throw us a tip, you can Venmo us at MT-Trivia, and we are going to donate all of that money to hateisavirus.org to fight all of the racism that's going on in this country against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. And so if you have any money to spare, please send it our way, and we will see you next week at 9:00 with some more MT Trivia. But
before then, Broadway Talk Live has a whole slew of shows for you beginning tomorrow night at 7:00 with Good Morning Tonight, starring Jackie Cox and Michael Hull. And their guest tomorrow night is Broadway Dreamboat and former guest of MT Trivia, Bobby Conti Thornton. He'll be live at Thornton. I added a
Thornton,
T.
an extra T.
Thornton. They'll all be live together at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. That's Tuesday at 7 o'clock.
Yes.
And what's happening Thursday at 5:30?
Thursday is obviously the 5:30 Quarantini with Michael Hall and Dylan Bustamante, and their guest is the one and only Bradley Gibson, most recently of The Lion King. But he's also been on Broadway in A Bronx Tale and Rocky, and we're so excited for that. And then we'll be back next Monday at 9 o'clock, like always.
We'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.